Hello, Taurus. Sarah here from Divinely You. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I wanted to do a little kind of an overview of this Mars and Gemini transit because Mars entered Gemini on August 20th, thereabouts, depending on your time zone, of 2022. And it is going to be in Gemini until around mid to late March. So about March 22nd or so, 2023. So it's going to be here for 7 months. It's also going to go retrograde it'll go retrograde the end of October through about mid-January. And so this is a big transit, right? It's a personal planet. So it's not like as big as like a Saturn thing, but it is significant. And so I wanted to kind of give you an idea of what this might look like for you. So Taurus, this is going to be happening in your second house. So I think of the houses as life areas, right? Life areas. So the second house, which is actually ruled by you, Taurus, and you are all about money, material possessions, income, values, things like that, because Taurus is ruled by Venus, right? And so interesting that this is all coming together, in the way that it is, right? Because during this time that Mars is going to be in Gemini, it's going to square with Venus, which is your ruling planet, right? And so this being in the second house and it being, so Gemini is the astrological sign of the mind and short-term memory. It's twins, it's two, right? So pairs, maybe siblings. And this Mars in Gemini being in your second house, so values around your siblings, maybe values around your mental state, maybe it's values around your money, maybe it's values around just other people in your life, right? By that I mean like your like immediate, family or something like that. And so we're gonna see a lot of different things happening, and we have this like Mars square Venus, and like I said, Venus is your ruling planet. And so totally lost my train of thought. Let me get it back together here. This Mercury retrograde is already kicking in. Okay, so Mars entered Gemini August 20th, and Mercury's about to go retrograde later this week. I'm recording these around September 7th. Okay, so this means a lot of potentially like instability around your money, your values. Maybe it's going to uproot your values and belief systems. Maybe it's going to uproot your value around, or it's going to shift your values around your mental state. Maybe this is some very slowed down energy because we have so many planets in retrograde, right? And so, because we already have 5 planets in retrograde, 6 by the end of this week. And then of course, we'll have planets come direct before Mars goes retrograde the end of October. But prior to that, we're going to have Uranus Saturn square again, which is restrictions, and Uranus is camping out in Taurus right now. So you've got a lot of energy in your sign or around your sign and around your ruling planet and whatnot. And so lots of different things coming up for you around what you truly value, what really matters, who you are, who you believe yourself to be. I feel like this could be a really good transformation for you, Taurus. Could be some transformation even with specifically like your mental state that keeps coming up to come out is your mental state. But I really feel like because we have a Mercury retrograde, then we're going to have the Mars square Venus, which is, Venus is a feminine She values, she knows her value, she knows her worth, right? Mars squaring her, like squares are 90-degree angles, and they teach us lessons, right? They show us lessons, but they don't come without work, like mental inner work. And so, or maybe this is like working with your siblings or working with your twin if you have a twin. And so lots of different ways that this could be coming up for you, along with all of the other transits that we have going on heading into October. Excuse me. Heading into October, we will have Pluto come direct. So there, and that's around October 8th. So that's definitely going to be a shift in energy. And then, of course, Mars will go retrograde on October 31st. So more slowed down Mars energy in that second house for you, in that area of mental, or in that area of values, and your money and your something else is trying to come through, and I'm like missing the word. It's a checkpoint for you. It's a checkpoint on your value system, on what really matters to you. So it could be a lot of clearing and cleansing and purging, to really get clear on what you desire moving forward, what you value deeply moving forward. And of course, during Scorpio season, mid-October through mid-November, we will have eclipses occurring. So that's going to shed even more light, right? Eclipses really amplify things and stir things up. And then, of course, by mid-January, Mars will go direct. Uranus will go direct in January, which is in Uranus is currently in Taurus. So they'll start to kind of be like, okay, now you've kind of really zeroed in or lasered in on that thing you value or those things that you value. And then the energy is going to start to kind of loosen up a little bit for you to really kind of move forward with what you value. Mars is eventually going to get out of Gemini around March 22nd, 2023. And then, of course, Pluto will move into Aquarius. And Pluto moving into Aquarius is like revolutionary energy. So you're probably going to start to feel that revolutionary buildup when Pluto goes direct in October. So if you have an event, maybe I have a retreat the weekend that the weekend that Pluto goes direct. So I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a fun little ride, right? And it's a personal development retreat. And so I have no doubt that there will be some energetic shifts during the weekend of October 8th. And so then, of course, once we get into 2023, the planets will start. Like I said, Mars will go direct, Uranus will go direct, Mars will finally leave Gemini in March, and Pluto will move into Aquarius. So we're going through some sticky times these next few months. And it's a lot of nonstop major transits with big energetic planets, right? Because of what's transiting, right? We have a Mars aspecting Venus. We have Uranus aspecting Saturn. And so these are kind of some turning points for us. And so really dig into some journaling, some meditation, get yourself grounded, really ground into your root chakra, your security, your safety. The root chakra does rule like money. And so, you know, a lot of that might be coming up for you as a Taurus, is money and money issues and security around money. And so, Oh, and then I also wanted to mention previously in Gemini, we had eclipses in May, June of 2021. So you may want to look back at your calendar, your phone, your photos, your social media, and see what was going on for you during May, June-ish 2021, because that may be coming up again for you. Maybe something that you journaled about that day is going to come into fruition, right? Could be good things, right? These can be good transits, right? If we dig in and we do the inner work, these are going to be good transits. They're going to be work because it's going to be more cleansing and more like, and it's not going to be a lot of forward momentum, but it will at least be, you're going to really learn what matters most for you. And so ground into that root chakra. If you have, for crystals, if you have hematite, that is a stone that is associated with Mars. And so that'll help. I do have a red jasper. That's a red, anything red. But that will root you in. And then I also have a smoky quartz, which is kind of a earthy stone, and that will really ground you into Mother Earth, to Gaia Earth. And to really focus on grounding yourself in, getting really connected to the earth. This is where we are right now. We live on Earth. And so really connecting with her, with Mother Earth, to really ground yourself down, to to stay maybe a little more level and a little more balanced, as all of this energy kicks up for that mental state. So I hope you found this to be helpful. Of course, this was an overall sun sign. If you are interested in a private session so that I can look at your chart, your natal chart, and kind of get more of a precise, unique idea of what's going to be coming up for you, please just contact me below. And I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you found this to be helpful, and I will see you on the next crazy video.